Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kesziregbe. If this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. Today we're learning how to make this African print inspired slide. I'm so excited. This project will need the following: old or new slide. I'm using old slide that I have. We'll use African print fabric, Ankara fabric. I'm using this multicolored fabric. We'll be using the popular top bond or mud podge. Use a brush and scissors. We'll use our hard stay. So the first thing I'll do is I'll measure my slide, the length and the width. So once I get the measurement for the length and the width, I'll go ahead and cut out the measurement, adding 1 inch on all sides. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Don't forget I added 1 inch on all the sides. So now I'll take my mud podge, I'll apply it over the top of my slide. Okay, and you want to be generous with this and apply it as smoothly as possible on all the sides. So now I'll place my fabric on top, making sure I have the extras on all the sides too. And you want to flatten it out and be sure that it is as straight as it can get. You don't want it bumpy or rough. You want to make it very straight. So once this is dried for a while, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the allowance. As you can see how I'm doing it, I'll cut it out so that this can easily fold inside without creating any kind of bump. And I'll apply my mud podge inside where I'll have the excesses folding in. Then I can easily just fold this in and it will give it a very neat finish. I'll do the same for the other side. So I'll fold the other side in just like I did the first one, and you can see that I'll leave the two sides and just allow it to completely just dry off. So actually you can wear your slides like this. By the time you cut out the other sides, you can wear it like this, but this is not what we're going for. We're going for a more complicated look. So I'm not going to cut the other sides now because it's not dried, and every attempt to cut it is going to lift out the fabric on the sides, so you might have to leave this until it's dried. So I'm applying my mud podge on top to make it look retain less dirt and make it look as firm as possible. But you can skip this part if you don't want to apply this all over it. You can decide to skip it, but I just did that, but you can decide not to do this. So I'm going to let that dry for now. Now this is what I cut out. I cut out my ribbon, and I'm doing a double ribbon, so it depends on how big you want yours. You can see that 2 of the sizes are the same and the 2 other sizes are smaller, so you can go for whatever size you want, depending on how big your palm or your slide is. Okay, so but this one I did is 5 by 8 for the big one, and the small one is 3 by 6. Okay, so you can do something different. So I cut out 2 of this for the hard stay. So now I'm going to be wrapping this hard stay with fabric, and just see how I do it, how I'm going to do this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure the fabric I'm cutting out can completely cover that hard stay. So I cut out the fabric that can completely cover the hard stay, and I went ahead to cut out fabric for all of them. Okay, so that's basically what I did. So once I'm done cutting for all the 4 stay, I'm going to now apply my top buns or mud podge all over it and wrap it with the fabric. So just watch and see what I'm doing. So now you can see that I've successfully wrapped all the fabric, all the stay that I have, and in total I have 4. So I'm going to pick one of it and I'm going to fold it. You can just see the way I'm folding this from one side, and on the other side it's going to give me a bow. I'll do the same for the other one. I'll hold this down with my peg, and then I'll do the same for the other one. I'll try and make a bow for myself. You guys just watch and see, and then I'm going to take it and place it inside the first one. So we'll have like a double bow, and this can also go for your bow tie. You can make a double bow for your bow tie. Okay, so I'm making this double bow, and that's how it's going to look like. So you want to fold out the side so you can like bend inwards. Okay, you want to bend it inwards so that it stays perfectly on the slide. So I'm taking a piece of fabric that I've ironed and folded into the shape I want, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around the bow that I've made. So I'll do the same thing for the other one. I'm making the same double bow again. So this is our slide. It is dried, and I'll just take my time to peel off the white stuff at the edge. So like I said, you can decide not to add that top bond all over your fabric if you wish not to. So the bow is going to go on top of this slide, and it's just going to add that beauty to it. But first I'll need to trim out the excess fabric on both sides, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trimming out the excess fabric, and you want to make this as neat as you can. And once you trim this out, you can now go ahead and apply some Mod Podge on the side and press it down. You'll see that in a minute now. Just trying to tuck this in and make it really neat on the side. So now I'm trying to create like an underlay for the back of the palm, so that when it is turned upside down, people don't just see how the fabric is glued to it. So I'm using a plain fabric that matches with the color of the Ankara fabric to cover up the back of the slide. Okay, so you just have to cut out the size of the back and cut out a piece of fabric, apply your Mod Podge over the back like I'm doing, and then take the fabric and place it neatly inside and let this dry out. Don't forget that you have to smoothen it out and make it as neat as possible. That is very important. So now we're getting to the end. I'm using my Mod Podge to glue the bow to the top of the slide, and then I'm just going to take a fabric or a hook to tie this down, and I'll be leaving this for 24 hours. But I would advise you guys, you can use another kind of gum. You can use the regular gum for making shoes. I think that will be stronger and that will be firmer than using your Mod Podge. Okay, but if you're using the Mod Podge, you have to leave it for 24 hours or for 2 days. But with the other glue, it won't take longer and it might be firmer than this. Okay, so it's your choice. So this is after 2 days and it's really firm, and you guys can see that it came out really well. It's firm, it's strong, and I'm just going to go ahead and just trim it out. And this is the final look, and this is what we have. The slides look so beautiful. They're just unique, and it has given this slide an elevated look. So this is our Ankara slide. Thank you guys for watching. Can't wait to see your work. Bye bye.